Okay, so hey, good morning. Today I'll be trading live from market open to when I'll stop trading, usually about like 10:30, 11 a.m. Once kind of the volume dies out a bit. So you'll see a live trade execution, and then I'll go over the trade right at the end here to give you kind of a background on what my thought process was throughout this trading day. And yeah, so I have all the levels set up here on my chart. How I work with is I have key levels on the chart and I enter with the volume and the breakout. So I'll show you here on the screen. So here we're going to have SPY, IWM, and then QQQ, and then here we're going to be looking at the top right here, any like miscellaneous stock I want to look at really, anything that's moving. All we need to do now is wait for SPY, IWM, or QQQ to get close to one of these lines. IWM did break it pre-market, so pre-market that means the last candle here before market open, and usually that gives me a weaker conviction, so I have not entered IWM, and I probably won't just because of that. So now we're basically just waiting for SPY and QQQ. So today we did have some news pre-market here that did move indexes here a good amount. We had housing stats that came in much lower than expected. Then we had industrial production, but I mean that didn't really affect it. The biggest thing that affected this morning at 8:30 was the housing stats. But that's about it so far. I mean, we don't have really anything else further throughout the day. We're going to have pending home sales here month over month and year over year at 10 a.m. So that is something to watch out, which could move it slightly. I'm waiting till after the news comes out at 10 to start looking for trades. Right now, I'm just waiting. At the moment, we're, 20 minutes into market open? Okay, so we're in an IWM put here, just very lotto, playing it safe. Just want to see if it's bouncing off these kind of trend lines here, the VWAP. But now, like a real move would be SPY or QQQ if it breaks out. Okay, those IWM puts are up 10% now. So QQQ is going down. IWM's not really doing anything, to be honest. Comma buy a little bit heavier here on the IWM puts if it fills me. The second entry still didn't fill though, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. Could maybe look for QQQ puts soon. I'll open it here in front of me, just because it is getting close to our level. Volume's not horrible. Okay, contracts are up 35% right now. My sell's at 0.58, which would be about 40%. Yeah, so it just sold. Here we're out of our IDBM position. We still have a buy order, but I think I'm gonna cancel it just because I don't necessarily want to have that open here after just taking the profits. So we'll just look at QQQ right now. It's almost poking its head out, so we'll wait for that. So right now QQQ is kind of just poking its head out. We'll wait for a confirmation, and then I'll place the order and then wait for that retest for it to fill. Okay, so that's our confirmation. We're going to enter the position or place the order, and then we'll see if it fills us. Okay. SPY also getting closer and closer, so that's good. We can go open our SPY options here in front of us. Still hasn't filled me on the QQQ. I'm really entering at the level itself, so we'll be patient. Usually it would have some sort of little wick back up to test that again, so just kind of wait for it. SPY seems to be struggling a little bit more on the put side than IBM or QQQ, so we'll be a little patient with that one. So I need QQQ to pull back slightly for it to fill us. IBM, I'm already out of the puts. SPY, we're waiting for the breakout. That's kind of what we're looking for right now. This should 20 cents above my entry. When I say 20 cents, contract value is 1 point, let's say I entered at 1.40. It's currently at, let's say, 1.5. Okay, so we're in. Okay, so we're in QQQ. Puts here. Would suck if it reverses back to VWAP, but, you know, sometimes that's what it does, you know? So we just gotta be patient with it. Volume's a little low right now, which is kind of stressing me out, but we'll still wait and really see where this wants to move, you know? It's possible it just wants to test the VWAP again. Okay, now we're pretty heavy into this. We're in a couple more contracts here at the VWAP. SPY, not a good sign, crossing VWAPs right now. IWM still sitting below, which is good. QQQ is still sitting below, but I would say pretty risky right now. We're about at my average right now, somewhere over here. I can put a little like chart here for you guys. It's just sitting at our average currently. Just kind of. Well, this is not a great news so far. We're down a lot right now. I don't really want to average down here again. Damn, it's cooked. Okay, well, anyways, we're out for a big loss. Damn. Well, I mean, like, as you can see, we lost one trade and won, but the one that we lost was the heavier trade of the day. So we are down today. Not a great start, but, you know, it is what it is. It happens. So you show up to work and you lose money, right? So, yeah, so that'll be kind of it for today. I mean, it was pretty obvious what we did. We entered on our levels. For IWM here, it was a retest because it did break pre-markets, so that's why I didn't enter as heavy. Then for QQQ, it did break out. I entered on the slight retest there. It showed us about a 20% profit, but then kind of reversed pretty quickly. So yeah, so that is what ended up happening today. And we ended up getting out of the QQQ at a 35% loss, IWM at a 40% gain. But the sizing was very different, so overall we are at a net loss for the day. So that'll be it for today, and yeah, and I wish you a good one. Ciao.